This false narrative surrounding Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is starting to get out of hand as NBA Twitter and even the media is starting to feed into this BS free throw merchant narrative, and it's not true whatsoever. All right? Does he sell some calls from time to time? Yes, 100%. All right? What player doesn't, though? Name me one player in the NBA that doesn't try to embellish and, I guess bait some calls. Every player in the NBA tries to get defenders up in the air and then go into it and take the contact to get to the free throw line. Every single player. But when Shai does it, all of a sudden it's a problem. When Jalen Brunson does it, people kind of turn their eyes sometimes. He just still gets hate for it, but they turn their eye. Luka, when he does it, what about him? Giannis? All these players bait, but yet Shai's the one that gets hated on it for the most. And now that he won MVP, people are saying it's a fake MVP. It's voter fatigue. How are you going to give it to a free throw merchant? Now the media is calling him out on it. Doris Burke called him a free throw merchant in Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals. Doris Burke, an ESPN broadcaster, and I have my problems with ESPN and their broadcasting crew before because they've never respected the Thunder. But that's just a sign that this narrative has gotten out of hand. Nick Wright even said that, oh my goodness, he's flopping when his favorite player is Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is the flopper, the dude that gets away with the most calls in the NFL. So it just doesn't make sense. It's very hypocritical of him. So we're going to break down why this is a false narrative, why the media has got to stop it, and just why, it's just a matter of people just hating someone that is good. Because there is a great quote that Richard Jefferson gave, pretty much that Shai told them, that sums up why people are hating Shai right now. Before we get into all that, though, quick moment to recognize, as always, around 3,283 you guys have subscribed to this channel. Thank you guys very much. Aiden, you left a wonderful comment on the channel, all right, in the latest video. Comments like that, what Aiden sent me, is what I live for, all right? It's amazing. So if you guys enjoyed the content that I put out here on a daily basis, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. It would be the best way to support me. It means the world to me when you guys do so. With that out of the way, let's go ahead, break down this false narrative, all right? So, as we all know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been getting called a free throw merchant this entire season. It started a little bit last season, okay, towards the end, when they got to the playoffs and people started finally recognizing this team. But now that the team has more, national media attention, got a little bit more, nationally televised games, even though they didn't get a Christmas Day game, which is also kind of crazy. The number one seed last season didn't get a Christmas Day game. Okay, I have no problems with that. It's fine. Water in the bridge. It was a few months ago. But people still kind of saying oh my goodness, Oklahoma City is the golden boy, the golden city, the golden team of the NBA. Adam Silver is going to do everything they can for him. And like I said, Ryland Stiles, this is what I said in the last video. Ryland Stiles summed it up perfectly. All right? Summed it up perfectly. Why would Adam Silver give the benefit of every single call and purposely try to make the smallest market that plays, had meaningful history? Okay, meaningful history that has been relevant the past few years, ever since its existence, the benefit of every single calls. The smallest market, all right? And yes, Memphis and New Orleans could be argued their smaller markets, all right? They are irrelevant teams. They are. They've rarely had any success, okay? So why would he be doing that? Why would he be giving Shai Gilgeous-Alexander all these benefits? It doesn't make sense, all right? First thing I have here for you guys to look at right here. Doris Burke said this about Shai. There's a reason NBA Twitter calls him a free throw merchant. Why are you even bringing, I get he had 7 free throw attempts in the first quarter. Yes, they're all fouls. Yes, but why is this a matter of discussion? Why do you have to say, yeah, he's a free throw merchant? Why? Why do you have to say it? There's no reason to do that whatsoever, all right? No reason. No reason. Next thing, right here. Boom. This is what Richard Jefferson said about SGA. He talked to him. This is what he said. Richard Jefferson says SGA told him that no one cared when he was taking 11 free throws per game on a 10th seed, but now that he's taking 9 a game and sending everyone's favorite player home, people suddenly care. That perfectly sums it up. It perfectly sums it up right there. When he was on a team that wasn't winning, was a 10th seed and was in the play-in tournament, taking more free throws, the most free throws he's ever taken in his career, no one cared. No one seemed to bother him about it. It was not a topic of discussion. All right, it was whatever. We'll sweep it on the rug. Now that he was an MVP finalist, now that he's on a 1 seed, the best team in the NBA, all of a sudden it's a problem. Why? Why is it a problem? All the greats have done this before. It doesn't make sense, all right? And the main reason for this happening is because of the media. I wrote about it and talked about it in an article, all right, on Last Word on Sports. You guys can take it and, look at it, okay? This, this is all a media thing that started from Twitter. But look at this. In the regular season, he averaged 12.4 free throws per 100 possessions. In the postseason, that number decreased to 12 per 100 possessions. Yes, it's still, it didn't decrease a ton, but it did decrease. And people are saying, oh my goodness, how is he still getting so many calls in the playoffs? He isn't. You also have to look at everyone else's percentage of points from free throws. He ranks right beside Scottie Pippen Jr. and Jaren Jackson Jr., who aren't called free throw merchants. Both of them, 26% of their points come from the free throw line. If the refs are truly on his and Oklahoma City's side, why are his free throw numbers going down? What about the regular season? If we remove free throws in the NBA, Shai is still the leading scorer in the league. This shows that even though he does get a decent amount of free throws each game, he doesn't need them. So the proof is in the pudding. Why is no one eating it? Because of the media. And I mentioned it, all right? Doris Burke bringing it up on national television right there, all right? The latest one is Nick Wright. And I talked about him earlier, all right? Nick Wright, this is what he's had to say. The dichotomy between how the Thunder guard, which is awesome, physical, playoff defense, and the way Shai initiates contact and then reacts as if there was a sniper in the crowd and just flails to the ground and time after time gets rewarded for it is utterly maddening. Says the officiating in Game 1 of Timberwolves Thunder was out of control. How is the officiating out of control? They shot almost the same amount of free throws. They both got called for the same amount of fouls. Okay, and people say, oh my God, it's the way he got fouled. Don't reach. If you're hand checking like this right here, and he's in an area where he can shoot, he's going to go up and draw the foul. That is 101 basketball. If you have a problem with that, just say you don't know how to play basketball and that you suck at the sport. It's that simple. That's what it comes down to. It's the same people that complain about back tapping in basketball that are complaining about Shai teaching people for reaching and falling for pump fakes. All right? It's the same thing. And it's not like this is a new concept either, okay? It's not like it's a new concept. We can go and look at it right here, and I talked about it in the article as well, and you guys seen it before. This season, Gilgeous-Alexander averaged 8.8 free throws and 32.7 points per game. In the 06-07 season, Bryant averaged 10 free throws a night and 31.6 points a game, and I said it before, all right? Bryant averaged more free throws in his lone MVP season, but less points than Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. During Jordan's first MVP season, he averaged 10.5 free throws and 35 points. Yes, he averaged more points, not by a large margin, by around 2 points there, but still more free throws. In Jordan's final MVP season, he averaged 28.7 points and 8.8 free throws each night. So all these great guards that Shai modeled his game after averaged the same amount or more free throws. Yet which player gets called a flopper the most? There are clips of Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan making defenders fall for a pump fake and then going into contact to get to the line. Shai does the same thing, but gets hated for it. And I'll go ahead and show you the clip, all right? Here's a clip of Michael Jordan foul baiting. Watch this right here. Boom, pump fake, sees his finish goes up, and goes right into him. Right into him. All of a sudden, it's a problem now? It wasn't a problem when Jordan was doing it. Why wasn't it a problem when he was doing it? But now when Shai does it, oh my goodness. It's the worst thing to happen to the league ever. People are saying he's just as bad as James Harden's MVP season. James Harden barely drove. He mainly shot threes, and he got to the free throw line more than Shai. Shai drives the most out of anybody in the NBA. And yet people are like, oh my goodness, he's a free throw merchant. He's taking all these threes. He isn't. Only 25% of his shots are 3-pointers. That simple. Let's take a look at some more stuff here. All right, boom. This is interesting as well. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander ranks 23rd in free throw attempts among players who averaged 30 points per game since 2005 and just 10th among the last 20 MVPs. Maybe the foul merchant talk is overblown. I think it is. Look at this. I think it might be overblown. So get some more stuff right here. This is interesting. Free throw attempts per game for MVP since 2000. All right. Number 1 is Joel Embiid with 11.7. Number 2, Shaq, 10.4. That makes sense because he plays in the paint. Russell Westbrook, our GOAT, 10.4. He averaged more free throws than Shai. All right. LeBron James, 10.2. Allen Iverson, 10.1. Harden, 10.1. Giannis, 10. You go all the way down this list. Since 2000, Shai is ranked 12th. That's 12 out of 25. People would think he would be like 1 by the way they react on Twitter. But he's 12th. I saw another interesting stat the other day about it, all right? And this is just sums it up a little bit. All right, OKC called for more fouls. OKC shoots less free throws. Caruso fouls out. Ant has 32-9-6. Minnesota shot better from 3. Still a comfortable double-digit win for the Thunder. What's the new excuse? Perfectly good thing right here. This was tonight's game. This was game 2, all right? Are we still going to blame the refs? All right, one of our best defenders fouls out. We shot less free throws and we got called for more fouls. Is it still on the refs? Is it? Because this is just an excuse at some point for people losing to one of the greatest teams that NBA has ever seen. That's all it is. It's just an excuse for why you lost to one of the greatest teams ever assembled. All right. Interesting stat I'll leave you guys with here. All right. Shai has shot a total, and came after game 1, like 110 free throws in the playoffs so far. The way people were reacting to that made it think like, oh my goodness, this has to be some sort of record. All right. Surely this is the most. He ranked 406 all time for most free throws taken in the first 11 games of the playoffs. Like that, like you people would think he was like first or top 10 at least. He's not even top 400. So this free throw merchant narrative is overblown and it is stupid. It's getting to the point where it truly means if you believe this narrative, you just aren't good at basketball. You fall for pump fakes easily and you can't defend. That's what it means. All right. Like I said, these are the same people that think back tap should be banned. But that's all I got for this video. Let me know if you guys think this free throw merchant narrative will ever stop. That's all I got. See you guys in the next one.